What's the name of the boat?
Bass catcher.
Yeah, man.
And I just got the first one fish, so let go. On a red rattle trap, we'll get back to you. You said, I imagine that's pretty good. It's probably close to 4.
Oh.
Let me see. Let me look out for this lake. That probably is.
Bass catcher, baby.
I bet she's probably underneath that little dog.
Oh, I'm serious. I looked over there and that worm went way under there.
That was a good pitch, too. 4-1.
Damn, nice fish.
Actually, 4-2. Hold on.
4-2. That's a hell of a fish.
Alright guys, everyone, I just caught a nice fish. He weighed 4 pounds, 2 ounces. Skipping it under docks on a wacky worm and chartreuse pepper. And he hit it pretty good. And then that bigger fish was staging to bed, and the bigger fish spawned first. So the big fish are going to stage to bed around the docks, because in that lake, all there was docks. That's the only cover there was docks and rocks. So the bigger fish, they're going to be really far up under there. So what I did was I took a whacking worm, and that's one of the key things to do, is you take a little hook, little finesse wide gap hook, you take a little 4-inch whacking worm, all you do is hook it through the middle. Now what this does is, make sure you do it weightless. What this does, this gives you unbelievable skipping capabilities. So what you can do is, you can skip that Cinco way up under there, where those big fish are. And it's super easy, it's not hard to do. That's how I caught that fish.
I'm glad now, my son would say, that was worth the day.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's a lot of that fish.
There you go, guys. And you know, after that, the bite kind of slowed under the dock fishing. I caught a couple smaller ones. But then after that, I took a shaky head, took it in green pumpkin. I just started flipping it. I got some under the docks, I got some on rocks. All I did was just start flipping to the harder spots that most people would not fish, because this was a pretty pressured lake. You don't see in the video just because it was a bad day. It's a pretty pressured lake. So what I was doing, what was key, was getting getting that bait in the places where those fish are, because all the fish that were easy to get to were already hooked, and they were not going to bite anymore. But getting your bait where most anglers are not is one of the key things in any lake, but especially a pressured lake. That's one of the key things to catch a big fish. Alright guys, just caught another one. He was 115 on a shaky head. We're just going to let him go now. Alright guys, I got a little fish on. Whoops. Oh, I can't swing him. I thought it broke. No, I can't swing him. He was a little bit too big.
That fish is beat up, too.
Yeah, oh man. See that on the back fish? Huh. On that shaky head.
Shaky head. Spiders.
Got another one.
Put the worm on. Oh, sorry.
Man. What's that one on?
What?
Shaky head again?
Shaky head, man. I'll tell you what, you're spanking them on the shaky. You're spanking. Oh, that's a great fish, in my estimation. I mean, that's a good fish to come out here and catch. You ain't catching them 6 inches.
Look how wide he is. Let him go. So in this video, had a tournament at this lake. So we went out the night before, started practicing. What happened was, these fish were still kind of in pre-spawn, still kind of eating, not getting ready to spawn yet. So we were catching a lot of them on crankbaits. One of the key things, 90% of my bites on crankbaits, I'm doing it to make those fish react. So what I did, you wanted to grind that crankbait, whether it be rocks, whether it be wood, as long as that crankbait is hitting some kind of structure, some kind of cover. That's what made those fish bite. You wouldn't just get a hit if you chucked it and just start winding and it was just going through the water. You would have to grind it on the rocks, grind it on the wood, make that crankbait deflect off all that cover, and that's when the fish would bite. You'd be grinding it down, it'd be hitting those rocks, and all of a sudden it'd bounce off a rock, then you just feel that fish nail it. That's what it creates a reaction strike. So what that does is, when the crankbait, if it's just going really slow across, that fish has time to look at it and decide whether it wants to eat it or not. But if that crankbait is darting all over the place like that, and it hits a rock, bounces up really quick or something like that, that fish has one of two choices. He's got to eat it quick, or he's got to let it go. And a lot of times, if they have that quick of a decision, it just creates a reaction strike. They got to eat it really quick, or else it's going to go away. And a lot of people think you want to slow down in the cold. No, not all the time. Sometimes you want to burn it. You want to reel a little bit faster to create that reaction strike. And that's how we were catching this fish. We were grinding.
Here we go, we got a fish on. They had to bring him in. Got him! He barely had him hooked. Here you go. So, it's the first day out on the boat. We're practicing for the tournament that's coming up. And we got like 7 fish now, keepers. We just figured them out at the end. We're gonna get back to you guys with the next fish. And tomorrow's the tournament day, so stay tuned. That chunk rock. That's one of my better fish today, guys. Look at this right here. I think I might have scraped him on some rocks, bringing him in. But we're gonna put him in the live well. We'll get some pictures at the end, and we'll get our bag weights.